Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. LSR TV, your home for sim racing and the next round of the Adrenaline iRacing League Cup Series. Live from Iowa Speedway. Tonight it's 300 laps for the next round in the round of 8. The round of 8 will become the round of 4. The winner of this event will move into the round of 4 at Phoenix for the championship. We are ready for qualifying. I'm Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is my friend from Center, Ontario, Canada, Derek Fulton, in the production chair as always for 52 Media and Race On Texas, as well as LSR TV, Charles Wooten. Derek, Iowa, we're into the round of 8. We saw the pressure that was so intense at Darlington last Sunday evening to make it into the round of 8. Now you've got to play your cards right around a track that's less than a mile, 3/4 of a mile here at Iowa Speedway to advance to the round of 4.
Yeah, and pressure's not on as much as we seen last week, that's for sure, because there's no cutoff point. They got a couple races before they got to worry about that, but they definitely have to worry about putting together 3 solid races. So it's going to be pressure to do that tonight and make sure no mistakes. Like we've seen, Tom Bourne made a couple big mistakes last week that eventually costed him his chance at the championship. So you can't afford those things.
Got to definitely take care of all that stuff along the way for sure, as we do have qualifying on track right now. Hey, by the way, the top 8 right now in the standings, top 4 that are currently into the championship 4 include Shane Therian, tied with 4 wins with Bronson Stafford, winner last week at Darlington. They have the Toyotas 4 wins each, 1 win each for Robert Kinney and Sajara Mann in the 49. Those drivers 1 win each, and now you have drivers like Trenton Jump, the Daytona All-Star race winner, Braxton DeWeese, who has no wins, Eric Stamp, Logan Brakey, no wins, but they got a chance, though, as consistent Derek Fulton, to win a championship to make it to the 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Still in this thing, and you never know where someone might shine, too. They might be waiting for a certain track where they're better at and maybe break through and steal one of those tickets right into the next round.
Qualifying underway for the drivers here of the Adrenaline Cup Series. By the way, hope you enjoyed the over 4 hours of coverage that LSR TV, Race on Texas, iRacing Live, and CRN Sports provided earlier this afternoon in the inaugural run into the Martinsville E300. Congratulations to Powelton, Virginia, Garrett Maines for Elliott Sadler Esports, a $1,000 payday. And now we prepare for the nightcap of the evening. Massey right now to the top of the board. DeWeese now second, and there is the number 38 machine, seeing what he can do on speed. Shane Therian, and also the other drivers on clock continuing. Tom Bourne, Jump, Gretorix, Brakey. Top 5 now is qualifying, less than 2 minutes remaining, Derek.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of the big hitters last week. The lady in black was not nice to them at all. And it was a good thing they were locked in, because that could have shaken up points a lot. But now coming into this week, Shane's got 21 points to the good. So he's still looking really good coming into this race. But
looks like Tyler Stooksbury. Yes, sir. Looks like Tyler Stooksbury actually just went to second on the board in the car number 19 Spotify entry, and there's Shane Therian. It looks like he just got bumped back to 4th in the car number 38 G Fuel entry. Chevrolet now to a Mustang entry, the number 5. Sajara Mann in the number 5 machine. We'll see where he can go on the racetrack. There's Grant in the number 5 machine. Ready to see these drivers put down their best lap, as qualifying is under less than 90 seconds remaining. You got to get a good lap around here. And, to be honest with you, a little loose there for Grant's car. Dirt tracking it. My famous line there, Derek Fulton, a wiggle and a jiggle and a giggle and a bobble for the 5 car. He was really loose, and there he goes around. Spins to the bottom of the apron. Front nose smacks the inside barrier. Does a double 360. His qualifying effort will now end as Sajara Mann at 49 goes on the clock in his Toyota Camry.
Yeah, he's gonna try to put up 2 quick times here right at the end of practice. Qualifying, hoping that that track surface is cooled down a bit.
Man, what a tough break there for that driver. Sajara Mann will now finish up with his time. So qualifying down to the final cars. Iowa Speedway, before we had the car of Grant crashing that we were talking about, is one of these unique tracks here, Derek Fulton, because it drives like a super speedway, 3/4 of a mile, but it also drives like a short track.
Yeah, it's almost like to me, it's like a Vegas and Richmond kind of together.
Yes, sir.
Runs the exact same way as both of those, just in bigger and smaller scale, depending on how you look at it.
Well, a couple of drivers that are out of the playoff picture, Massey and Stewksbury, are the fast drivers on the front row. Qualifying now officially gets the checkered flag, and it is officially completed as these drivers will now grid on the front straightaway, ready to go. What do you think, Derek? You just ran 300 laps at Martinsville. Now we're getting ready for 300 laps at Iowa.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little tired tonight. I ran a lot more than 300 laps this weekend, so I am
not a fan. I'm not normally a fan of energy drink, but I will tell you I had to take one to reboost my energy for this one. Ready for the Adrenaline iRacing League. Driver that wins will move to the round of 4 if they're in the 8 playoff point positions. Here's the starting lineup. Drivers that are not in the championship 8. Nick Massey on the pole, quick qualifier, 21.913. Tyler Stewksbury, the 19, the front row. The starting lineup presented by Waltz Beard Co.
In row 2, we got Braxton DeWeese on the inside and Shane Tyrion in 38 car.
Row number 3 is going to find Tom Bourne, the 54. To the outside, Jacob Grant in the 5.
Row 4, we have Spencer Hardison and Bronson Stafford, our winner from last week at Darlington.
Sajara Man, the Toyota number 49, one of the drivers fighting for a championship. Alongside Trenton Jump, he's outside the championship 4, but he did make it from the round of 8. Keep an eye on the Daytona All-Star winner in 46.
And then we got 24 car Bronson Packard on the inside of row 6 and Austin Gretorix in the 13 car on the outside.
Row number 8 is going to be Caleb Smith in the 25, Calvin Gretorix in the 98 machine. That's row number 8's top 16.
And 23 car Tanner Johnson and Matt Dwyer on his outside in that 88 car for row 9.
Row number 10, starting 19th, Alex Walter, the Chevrolet number 63, and the Toyota, Robert Kinney, the Daytona winner in 34. He'll start 20th.
And then rounding
final starter, Matthew Rodriguez in the Toyota number 6. So 21 cars ready to go for 300 laps. By the way, this is the round of 8, round number 1. Round number 4 in the playoffs here tonight at Iowa Speedway. And again, if you are a playoff driver and you win, you punch your ticket to the Championship 4 finale in 4 races from now, Derek, at Phoenix.
Yeah, and that's what these guys are going to be looking to do here tonight. I noticed Nick Massey really fast here tonight. Unfortunately, he missed a couple races there at the start of the chase and had some unfortunate luck. And, he fell out of the championship, but he's still going to be here to maybe spoil someone's party tonight.
The field ready to go. The lights are off for the pace car. They're going to make one more lap around and get the field up to speed. Lights are off on that pace car. And by the way, mind you, kind of what we saw at Martinsville earlier this afternoon for the inaugural swag at Martinsville E300. This race will start at dusk. It'll move into the nightfall. This race will finish, Derek, under the lights at 300 laps at night in Iowa. Copy that.
Yeah, it's the transition of the track. What did these guys set their car up for, and what part of the track, and where is it going to work better, and when is it going to work better? All those will be what they're going to have to ask tonight, and they'll see as this transitions into the nighttime.
The winner of this race, if they're in the round of 8 points, will advance into the Championship 4. Ready for a couple of drivers that are just racing out of the playoffs. Out of a shot for a championship, but just for the sweet thrill of victory. Massey, Stewksbury, front row. They're going to make their way to the Geico starting box out of turn number 4. Green flag in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a race. Round number 8 of the playoffs is underway for the quest to go to the Championship 4. Stewksbury, Massey up to speed to the backstretch here at Iowa in the early going.
Side by side into 3. Stewksbury still there, not giving an inch on that high side. They're giving each other some room off the exit, or does it come together? It looks like Stewksbury's still there, but it's not Massey at the line.
300 miles, 240 laps to distance. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a race. Massey, Stewksbury, Theron, DeWeese. Looks like also we're going to put Tom Bourne in the top 5 on the early going. Massey and Stooksbury now trying to hold off the points man theory and trying to go to the show. That's for third. You're on board with him. Size it up now, Stooksbury. That's for the lead in turn 1.
Yeah, Shane looking really strong here on the early going as he's looking to get that lead. Maybe right away he's got to run on Massey as Massey's maybe got some internet connections issues as he dropped from the field. He
literally disappeared. He literally disappeared, and then he pops back up into view again.
Yeah, that was definitely a fallout there for a while, and that's definitely got to be a personal issue on that end because that's not something you'd usually see from a connection issue and just between the two drivers. That was definitely a single driver issue there.
The nightcap for this Sunday evening, coming off of a very successful eSwag 300 for the virtual drivers of iRacing. Congratulations again to Garrett Maines picking up the win. Now the Adrenaline iRacing League Cup Series and the playoffs continue here tonight in Iowa. 5 in of 240. Massey and Therian, a driver out of the championship, trying to be the man trying to go to the championship for tonight with the winner of the opening round of 8. It is now Therian sizing up Massey as they go back to turn 1.
Therian is there, but Massey's not giving an inch. You have to wonder, too, if Therian's just maybe being a little careful, knowing that he has those connection issues. You know, might not want to get too close to the car right now, just in case that same thing happens again. And it looks like Shane's really taking it easy there as Stooksbury's still just behind them in 4th place. And then Tom Bourne, as we were talking to him last week, unfortunately missed the playoffs, but he said it himself. He's going to be hungry as ever to go out there and win a couple races to finish the season.
Massey there, still in the lead. There's Tom Bourne. Tom Bourne in the 54, bottom of the racetrack. There goes the Darlington winner of the 61, the Cineplex Make Your Movie winner last week of the Toyota. There's Bronson Stafford looking for his 5th win. He is now tied with Shane Therian with 4 on the Adrenaline Cup Series here in the playoffs, and now trying to size up Bourne for that spot to sneak and slither his way to the top 5 as they work their way off turn 4.
Yeah, Bronson Stafford's always really strong in that long run, so definitely don't write him off yet. He'll probably be up there before the end of this.
So this race continues here this evening. Working now 10 laps in. You're riding on board with Stafford in 61. Again, Grant in the 5 car. Remember, he crashed in qualifying. We'll see what he can do now as he sits comfortably inside the 6th position. Massey out in front. What a performance, Derek. You know, it's one of those things where you're out of the championship, you're not running for the title, but you just have that hunger and passion like any racer, virtual or reality. You just want to win. You want the trophy, you want the cash, you want to get that checkered flag first.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Massey was very committed to the league when he was here to start, and you know, unfortunately, he missed a couple weeks there, so he definitely probably would have been a big contender for this championship. You know, if he didn't have those mishaps when he did get back in on the race that he had to basically win to get in, and he didn't have the luck that night. But I bet you wish he had this luck that night. That's for sure.
Working out lap number 11 complete on lap 12. Drivers battling in there. There's a pink race car. Big reminder that October coming up in the next 4 days will be October the 1st, my 37th birthday, but also in a more important matter, Derek, it'll also be October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So you'll start seeing a lot of pink, and I think we need to see a lot of love and support and things on a positive light, especially with the craziness we have in our world today. So get on board and wear your pink. Support your pink. I think we're going to have some pink race cars just like that beautiful machine for October, Derek, and Breast Cancer Awareness Month coming up in 4 days.
Yeah, always excited for that. And yeah, I think we talked about doing something and maybe doing a race too here coming up in the next couple of weeks. So look forward to maybe doing that.
So the Relax Remodeling Round of 8, Round 1 to decide the Championship 4 is underway. We're a quarter through the distance, 15 laps into this 240-lap event. Just getting things underway with Massey, Therian, Stewksbury, Bourne, and Stafford, the top 5. We'll go side by side so you don't miss a thing. More coverage continues on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. This is the Adrenaline Playoffs.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do actually any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees at yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Back here as the opening round of 8 continues. The winner in the points moves on to the round championship 4 coming up in 4 weeks at Phoenix. Wesley Outland, Derek Fulton. The championship title continues for the Adrenaline iRacing League on LSR TV. And again, right now, Massey still leads the way. We saw Kevin Harvick win the other night. Well, there you go. There's the number 4 car. Doing well today here at Iowa so far, Derek.
Yeah, and wonder if that 4 car is performing just as well in real life too. I think they're at Vegas tonight, aren't they?
That's right, they are. They're going to be at Iowa Speedway now, and probably by the time we actually get off the air, you'll just probably see just the beginning of the Cup race tonight for the playoffs at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Yes.
Yeah,
by the way, props to my friend and an iRacing driver as well, my friend Gracie Trotter. She won her first, she was the first ever winner in history of ARCA to win. The first lady, young driver out of Denver, North Carolina. She won that race. I know she's getting a lot of exposure right now. I literally texted her earlier, and she's like, Wesley, I'm exhausted with so many calls and texts and social media and media people trying to reach out to me, but it was a special moment for her for sure. So big love to my friend Gracie Trotter, Tracy Trotter, Calico Coatings. Big win for you guys yesterday at Vegas for the ARCA Series. That's pretty cool there, Derek, because even the women can get it done too.
Absolutely, they can, and you see more and more of them on the server these days too. And they can door the cars. I meant to say wheel the cars just as well, and go door to door with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
man, that's a sharp-looking 24 car. That looks like that car come from Mexico, don't it? Olé!
It does. I think that's an old Terry Labonte throwback, isn't it?
I don't know if it is or not. Is that the Kellogg's car? It looks like it's got the.
I just don't think it was one that he actually.
It is. It is. I'm playing. It is.
Yeah.
It is. But I mean, you see the red, the white, the green. I didn't really see the yellow. I'm sorry, I'm delirious right now. I don't see the Kellogg's on the side of the car either. It looked like a car come out of Mexico. So yeah.
Terry Labonte, actually, my childhood favorite.
Oh, the Kellogg cereal car in the war. All right. Sorry there. Caleb Smith to the inside. There you go, Derek. And well, that goes on the 29 in front of him, and that's Logan Brakey.
Yeah, Logan Brakey with a strong showing last week. Ooh, he kind of gets, I don't know if that was a little bit of internet issue there, but looks like they almost made contact and sent the 24 car up the track.
Yes, good save there. Hold on to it there. Oh, no. Reese's. Not sorry.
That feels, Wesley? I think I experienced something similar to that just a few hours ago.
Christmas, what am I going to say? Halloween is around the corner, and one of my favorite Halloween candy is the Reese's candy. So there you see the 53 car starting to sneak its way there in the top 15. There's Stamp. Not sorry. Reese's, the Reese's Snacks car. Derek, man, I feel bad for you, brother. I really thought you were going to be the big winner here today for the Martinsville E300 earlier this afternoon. We literally was talking about you, and I literally said, hey, keep an eye on him. I think he's got a good run. He could win this race, and I'd be darned if I didn't announce or jinx you and make you crash and fly through the air like R. Kelly.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, that was one of those days where you're glad it was a virtual car because that would have hurt. But you know, it happens. Racing happens. We were 3 wide down the back straightaway, and we ran out of room, and I got the bad end of the stick. So.
The bad end of the stick was better than the burnt one, right?
That's right.
Oh, we're having a good time here, man. I tell you what, hope nobody's joining our coverage on your home for sim racing. The racing roar was on here. Look at this 3-car battle heating up.
Just big shout out to
what a special time, man. I'm so happy for Billy and Rhonda. Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone involved.
And yeah, everybody involved. It was an honor to be in that race, and you know, I think we put up a really good show out there, and congratulations to my friend Garrett Maines on the championship. Definitely have to check that trophy out sometime.
Is he just dominant? I mean, I'm telling you. I mean, I literally call him the Dominator. Like, seriously.
He's good, and he's proven it. And you're not going to drive with someone like Elliott Sadler Esports if you don't deserve it. So he's proven it.
That's right.
Day in, day out.
Back off of turn 2 in the back stretch. Never mind what our producer said in our ear. DeWeese, man. There goes Braxton DeWeese trying to get around Grant in the 5. He'll clear him for that spot back across the start-finish line. Good times here this evening. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. Doubleheader action. We're going to round up the night here with this event for the Adrenaline iRacing League Cup Series round of 8 opener from Iowa Speedway. It's presented by Relax Remodeling. Relax Remodeling at gmail.com if you want interested in having them work for you. Also, you can call them up in Charlotte area at 704-622-2697. That is Relax Remodeling. Don't build everything. Relax and let them do your remodel for you. All right, that was a nice segue plug there, Derek. Trying to do a promo without a promo. So.
I like it.
Yes.
As we go, it looks like.
And we're noticing the sun beginning to set here at the racetrack, and obviously, that's going to change the track temperature. That's going to change the ambient temperature is going to change as well from day into night. It's kind of like the Coke 600 for this race here tonight for the Iowa 300. The transition for the Relax Remodeling 300 this evening at Iowa for the round of 8 opener. And again, Derek, you race esports as well. What kind of a transition is that like for the race car? What are these guys feeling right now?
It's all about their setup too, because Nick Massey looks really strong right now, still in the long run as we're 33 laps into this run. So be interested to see how his car is affected, and maybe someone else has got the setup that's a little bit tighter or looser, and then in the process they'll find more speed on different surfaces and different temperatures. When you have a loose race car, you get a lot of rotation, but when it's a loose race car, and you're on a hot surface, you tend to get too loose, and that's when you start to slide the tires and burn up your tires or even spin out. And then when you're tight, you know you need that colder track temperature, or else you really just burn your tires right off.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. As we watch these drivers, there's again Tyler Stooksbury. Beautiful looking car. Recently from the green colors to now the red, white, and blue. He's a big Spotify fan, man. He loves Spotify. And he sits there in a comfortable spot now in fourth.
Nice looking car. It's a Dale Jarrett throwback, I believe, right? Back to when he had the
it does.
car.
It looks like the Quality Care colors. Remember when he drove the Quality Care Ford number 88 machine for Robert Yates Racing? Yeah, it looks like that color right there, for sure.
I definitely didn't get to see it for too many years because I think I was only a couple years old at that time, but I do definitely remember that car. Cautions out. Bronson Stafford, our last week's winner, goes around in turn three.
Problems. Car number 61, Bronson Stafford, putting us under our first swag. Yellow flag. Swag Wraps and Graphics out of Seaford, Virginia. Let the Sharks, Billy and Rhonda Smith, take care of your swag, decal, wraps, businesses, and needs, virtual or reality. Here's a look at what happened there, Derek. You called it.
Yeah, it looks like, he just got really tight on the entry, overdrove the corner maybe a little bit, and wasn't expecting his car to be as tight. Pushed up into the 61 car at Bronson Stafford. That was Trenton Jump, I believe, wasn't it?
Maybe. I think so, yeah.
Definitely, I don't think intentional.
Still,
just that's what happens when the tires wear out. Sometimes you think you got something and they don't stick.
A lot of racing here as well underway. Just a quick. What we had a nice good run for almost 40-something laps. We're under 200 laps to go, and yeah, everybody's going to come down to the pits for service right now, for sure.
But yeah, it'd be a full tank and 4 tires, I'm assuming, for everybody, as the sun is ever so close to setting. So we'll definitely see that track temp start to come down, like we were talking about, Wes.
4 tires, fuel adjustments, tear-offs on the windshield, 4 new Mr. Feelgoods, and give it some go-go juice, and you are back in business. As there goes Massey. First into the pit lane. First exiting the pit lane. Therian and others are right behind him. The Adrenaline iRacing League Cup playoffs from Iowa continue on your home for sim racing when we return here in a moment.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
back here at Iowa Speedway. The field to come back to the Geico restart zone out of turn number 4. Green back in the air here with Massey, Shane Theory, and Stewksbury. DeWeese now fighting for those spots for 3rd and 4th back to turn number 2.
Massey got that jump on the restart, but Shane is right there, right beside him, or right behind him there, sorry, and looking to track him down as Tyler Stewksbury looks to move up to 3rd place on Braxton DeWeese.
Gonna definitely try to make a move there, if you will. Try to weasel in there and make a opportunity to come to the inside. Is Stewksbury trying to size up DeWeese. One thing I love about Braxton DeWeese here, Zimmerman now on the side of the Toyota Camry car. He always has different sponsors, different wrap jobs, different color schemes. Every week you see this guy. He's every announcer's worst nightmare, but it's also great for promotions because you just don't know what color his car is going to look like.
Yeah, that's always a nice looking car too. Raced it a few times myself. He's always really quick on the racetrack. Oh, looks like we had some tire smoke there. I don't know if that was some internet connection issue or something, but Massey blinking again, I'm hearing. So that's
Inkin, Blinken, and Massey.
that's going to be something Massey's going to have to watch out for tonight.
Yes, sir, for sure. More fields coming off of turn 4. Massey out in front in the number 4 car. Blinken or not, he leads the way. Shankterian in 2nd, Stewksbury 3rd, Grant in 4th, DeWeese 5th. I finally spent a lot of time here. Go to the 6th place car. Charles, our director. Derek, Sajara Man. I finally got it. I got it in my head. Sajara Man. No, it's not Sergeant Man. It's Sajara Man. Not Sergeant Man. I'm going to strangle you, Charles. Sajara Man in the 49. Oh, I'm sorry, listeners. I hope you heard that. That's technically, well, a live broadcast virtually said I'm gonna strangle my producer. That's not good. It was so funny. Of course, I'm only playing. But I used to butcher Derek his name. I called him Sergeant Name. I used to call him Sergeant Man for so long. But finally, that broadcast school paid off after 25 years. Sajara Man, the Sarge in the 49 Toyota.
Yeah,
Sajara Man.
He won that race there back at Daytona on the road course. Had that really great back-to-back
you did that
battle
race.
Yeah, actually, I think Will and I called that race. And that was Man and Torix going head-to-head for quite a few laps. So it was a really fun race to watch and call.
Yes.
Looks like Massey is still... Looks like Shane is right there still on his back bumper. That ticker has not gone very far, so... Massey's not able to get out to as much of the lead that he had earlier on. So as we were talking about earlier, that track temperature may be cooling down as we see Shane's setups coming back in. And looks like he might have enough to get around Nick here.
Track temperature is 82 degrees currently right now as we see Shane Theory and sizing up now Eric Massey's car, trying to get around him. And Nick Massey will fall back now to 2nd. He'll move for an opportunity to the inside. And the track temperature, 87. The ambient temperature outside, 72 right now. Is that unique for the temperature right now? It looks like, man, looks like Massey's still having this Inkin Blinken problem on the 4. Literally, he disappeared. There he is. He's back again. Explain what's happening, Derek. We sometimes call it net code.
Yeah, this one's a little bit more than net code. Usually what we call net code is an internet connection between either the iRacing servers or between each driver. But what we're seeing right now with Nick Massey is a little bit more extreme. He's actually disappearing completely off the track for a few seconds at a time. So at any moment that he might not come back in because that's his connection completely given out, and it's
so this is something more than that. This is something more, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just definitely an internet issue on his end, and no no other issues there. Like, I haven't seen any other cars doing it, so it's definitely got to be a personal issue. But they've been able to keep it safe, and he's obviously got a fast race car, so still trying to make the most out of it. So when that happens, Wesley, all the other cars, because this used to happen to me back in the day, all the other cars on the racetrack will disappear, just like as if it's almost like you go to a different dimension or something for a second, and then the cars come back, just like as if we seen Massey come back there.
That's awesome. Yes, sir.
It's good that iRacing
And
does that,
obviously,
because
yeah.
I think it's what it is basically it's almost backing up the file. Like it takes you literally to a different track for a second. It's the same track, but the other cars aren't on, and then it kind of saves your data as to where you were at the track, so that when your connection comes back to, they can try to place it in the most accurate place possible.
And then, like, whenever you see the smoke, when the car disappears from the net code or from this internet issue, like you said, lagging, bad service, whatnot, you've had those problems before, Derek, yourself. All of a sudden, you pop back into view again, and sometimes you got, like, tires squealing, smoke vapor trails. It's like an airplane coming in for landing, because you're back into the server again, trying to pick up where your groove was, where you left off pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the tracks that is maybe a lot bigger of a deal is at Daytona or Talladega. When the whole field is wadded up like that could just be absolutely devastating. Whereas we've seen Massey's kind of blinked a couple times here tonight, but for the most part, it's been okay. I think he's lost a little bit of time from it, but no wrecks or anything so far. So I'd say it's good to go on because of the fact that he is, out in second. He's got a pretty good lead, so if he does blink out again at this point, he's probably not going to get into anybody. There he goes. As we were just talking about it, and back in again.
Back around the racetrack again, lap 65 of 240 here in the race that continues on. Again, big thanks for the sponsor for this event, the Relax Remodeling Round of 8 opener from the Iowa Speedway.
Grant's looking
We mentioned where they're at in the points right now. Shane Therian, followed by Bronson Stafford, Robert Kinney, Sajara Mann, top 4. Those drivers right now would advance currently with the points the way they are. But again, though, Derek, a lot of racing left to go before we get to the final race before Phoenix.
Yeah, lots of racing still left to go, and all it takes is one mistake, as we seen last week with Tom Bourne, and it could be absolutely devastating. He would have had stage points to get into playoffs, but missed them because of a small mistake, and it became,
for sure,
a huge cost.
And by the way, next week, Derek, Talladega. Wow.
Speaking of the track, it's an awesome place to watch. Kind of just hang on for when you're racing there for the most part.
When you're in it, the wild card, I believe, for the playoffs in this one, for sure.
Absolutely. It's a fun place. Definitely one that I prefer racing on virtual side than real life, I think, though.
Then they'll move on to the penultimate race of the season at Las Vegas. And then, again, this round of 8 will become the championship 4. Those 4 drivers will battle at Phoenix for the finale coming up in the next month. And within the next month, we will have the champion decided for the Adrenaline iRacing League Cup Series this evening, as we're, again, here at Iowa. Closing in on close to 70 laps in this event. For the most part, things going pretty well here tonight. 1 caution flag, so a good green flag run for these drivers, Derek.
Yeah, these guys are putting on a good show. Shane is got by Massey, and as we were talking earlier about the track changing, it looks like Shane Therian has definitely got what he needs when that track's cooling down, but we're still going to see more of a transition, so maybe we might see one of these guys come out and steal the show again.
Oh, yeah, for sure, definitely. Hey, can we talk about your deal real quickly? Man, the butt kicker 200, Garrett Maines, we saw him win again, his 6th straight win on the Outlaw Series in a row, presented by Swag. He won his 9th win on the season, and then he turns around and wins the E300 today. You saw it earlier on LSR TV. And now we prepared for tonight's event at Iowa for the Adrenaline iRacing Series. And then Wednesday night, round number 9, as Massey goes back off into orbit again, now back in view, we prepare for a triple 50s at Irwindale. I'm looking forward to that race from California virtually.
Yeah, that one's going to be different for sure. I'm not going to lie.
Caution.
Oh, caution on the racetrack.
Swag, yellow flag, and a Swag instant replay. I think it's the number 98 machine that brought us under the yellow flag. As we have caution. Was it the 25 of Caleb Smith? No, it's not Calvin Gertorix. Okay. You're exactly right. This is the stage caution. This is the stage yellow flag in the race. You're exactly right. Between 70 to 75, they're going to throw a caution. And this is the stage yellow flag here at Iowa. No cautions, no harms, no fouls, no destruction. By the way, Calvin Gretorix is off the racetrack in the 98. But one car was a lap down. That was the driver of Free Pass, Bronson Stafford. He will get the wave around here in just a moment, and he'll go back to the lead lap. And here comes the cavalry, Derek, on the pit road.
We're coming down pit lane, and same thing here. I think we're going to see 4 tires and fuel.
4 tires, fuel, as our producer says, for Mr. Feel Goods. And give them some go-go juice. Get some groceries down your neck as well as this race continues on. There goes the G Fuel man. Therian in, Massey in, also Stooksbury, DeWeese, Tom Bourne, all coming in. It's the call. 4 tires, fuel, tear off, chassis, wedge adjustments, whatever needs to be done virtually, they're getting it done right now. Whatever's set up, and Therian's down and away. He got him. He beat Massey off of pit road. Shane Therian off of pit road, looking for now his 5th win on the series. If he wins, Derek, he will advance to the championship for Phoenix. And I'll say this too, Derek, whoever wins, if they are a points driver, if they advance tonight from Iowa, they go to the championship 4 finale at Phoenix. They do not have to worry about the craziness that will be the wild card at Talladega next Sunday night.
Yeah, and that's what almost makes this win bigger than any other race we've seen so far. I mean, I guess you could kind of say the road course with Daytona.
Yeah. Bronson Stafford coming into the pits again for work on the number 61 machine. Having some stuff being checked out. Caution out again. Competition yellow after 1 yellow flag involving when that car spun earlier in the race to put us under our first Swag yellow flag. Caution out. Commercial break time. Paying our bills. Back with more on your home for sim racing. The Adrenaline iRacing League playoffs continue from Iowa on LSR TV.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
And the jump for Shane.
Back under green. Here we go.
Huge jump on the restart there over Nick Massey. Yeah, I think Westies might be off for, at least the back straightaway.
Down the back. I got some net code issues myself. And they go to the back stretch into turn number 3. As the Shane Therian works his way off the corner. DeWeese is there. Massey, here we go. Look at DeWeese now. Trying to size up, man, the number 4 car.
Contact.
Oh, Sajara man sideways. Trouble. Bottom of the racetrack. Stoffer got involved. The 8 car got involved. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. Caution. Derek, you saw it come unglued. I gotta, just kind of come back, undispose myself.
Yeah.
Sajara man, is that Sajara man in the 8 car? I think it is.
It is. Watch this save here by Sartaj, man. Look at that car, 49, all the way sideways. But unfortunately, Trenton jump not as fortunate. But you know what? Not too much damage to those cars. So I think those guys will still be okay. They might be able to continue on.
Yeah.
Can we get an onboard of Sartaj Man's save there, maybe, Charles? That was one heck of a save.
What a show. What a show they put on. Holy cow.
Watch Sartaj Man here. You see how sideways he got in this last caution. Or, yeah, the last wreck.
Sure did.
One save there.
Well,
not bad. I wonder if he's been watching some drifting stuff, or maybe he's into that kind of stuff, because that was a 10 out of 10 for me. What a save.
A good save for sure, definitely. Man, what a job. And I'll tell you another one they got lucky as well, and that was the number, that 49 car, man, or actually the 46 Trenton Jump. I really thought that car was going to get all tore up when the 8 car got into him and literally kept right on going. And look who is back to the lead. Bronson Stafford in the 61 car. This man is just like, got involved in the first caution, went a lap down, had a caution come out just a few moments ago, Derek, and got the virtue of the free pass, lucky dog, if you will. Waved around, got back on the lead lap, and now the 61 car out in front. That Toyota's in the lead.
Yeah, that car, we seen it spin earlier, but not any damage to the car as he's looking to park it in victory lane for the 2nd week in a row. See how, I don't know how he got up there exactly, if he took 2 tires or not, but Shane is right behind him, and he'll be looking to go after him as Nick Massey is right behind him as well.
Yes, sir. What do you think of what we've seen so far, Derek? I mean, for the most part, it's been, fairly quiet, but as we approach halfway here in about another 40 laps, I think the patience level is going to disappear, and then we're going to have a lot more craziness here for the second half.
Yeah, for sure, and I think the track's going to get more and more grip in it, so we'll see these guys make more daring moves. That was definitely a daring move we've seen for both of the cautions we've seen tonight, but either one of them being intentional, just guys pushing up on old tires, and like I said earlier, you expect it to go into the corner and stick, and it doesn't, and unfortunately that's what happens.
What a show they have put on for sure. Glad you're enjoying our coverage as this race is about to come for the restart in just a moment. Coming up on lap 84, 83 laps complete. Stafford and DeWeese. And I'll tell you what, Derek, you've done announced about 3 or 4 of these races with me on the Adrenaline Cup Series. I would really love to see Braxton DeWeese get a victory. The young kid Toyota has worked very, very hard. It's just, it's coming. He's just got to wait for it in that 27. But I think he could really pull it off. I think the closest he ever came was that race at Charlotte.
Yeah, he's been looking strong the last couple weeks too. He's been right there in the top 5 all night long in the last couple races, and he's moved his way up tonight. He didn't really necessarily start up there, but he's been moving his way up there all night long. A lot of talent in the 27 car. Like you said, looking for his first win though, so definitely trying to get that done. And that would also put him into the next round. And that would be a perfect time to get your first win, wouldn't it, Wes?
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Definitely. We'll see what he can do for sure, as this is still early in the going for sure. Still a lot of great racing left to remain, and we'll definitely see who can do what, and not even at halfway. Obviously, Deweese could win a race. He could win in the playoffs. He could get his first win in the series and advance to the championship 4. Got a good run going for him, but here comes also Stafford, a man that had problems earlier. He's got 4 wins, time with Darian. Darian's there. So is Deweese. 3 cars in the playoffs right there amongst the top 5 of the restart, back out of 2.
Yeah, and Shane got really loose on the exit of that corner. Almost lost it, but a good save there by the 38 car. The G Fuel entry, as I see.
Yes. Ready to make that move again. Here they come.
On the inside, he's going down the inside on Braxton. Braxton rolls out of the throttle, lets Shane take the position as Braxton will get back in line.
Another lap on the racetrack here as Stafford starting to pull away. Shane Therian, Deweese right there, 1, 2, and 3. Grant's in the number 4 spot, or will he be? It looks like Stewksbury starting to try to make a charge, trying to run after that 5 car down to the inside. Deweese on the bottom of the racetrack. There's the battle for the lead. Heated up for 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, the same. Stewksbury licking his chops, ready to go for a 2-for-1 special from 5th to 3rd. He's after him on the bottom out of 2.
He's there. It looks like Shane's going to be able to take the lead back from Bronson Stafford. Maybe not, though. Bronson Stafford has that run on the outside.
Another lap on the track here. What a show they put on. Look at this battle down the back stretch. Shane Therian. Stafford 1 and 2 into 3. Another run. Can't get there this time. They'll come back around. What a performance. Lap 90 on the board. We're closing in on 100 laps in this race. And you know, like I said, Therian really showing now that he's got a strong car. He can pull away from everybody. But regardless of the, besides the mistake, I would say that, retract my statement that was made by Stafford. Never count him out, Derek Fulton. He's got a strong car in that 61 machine.
Yeah, I think he's going to be one of the contenders by the end of this one. Tyler Stewksbury has been looking pretty good all night in the top 5 as well, as Braxton Deweese has fallen back to 5th since the last time we've seen him. But we got a great battle here on the track, as we got 5, 6 cars right underneath that blanket. Sartaj, man, trying to get back through there after that last caution.
Yeah, Sartaj, man, in the comfortable spot currently right now in 13th. So works their way back around off the corner. Sartaj, man, down to the inside. Sartaj, man, trying to go to the inside again, trying to get that run there on Walter. Johnson in front of him. Just can't seem to pull the trigger. Now that allows the 34 of Robert Kinney now, the Daytona winner, to sneak and try to take that spot down to the bottom of the racetrack. Couldn't get him there as they go to 3. Look at this battle heating up almost 3 wide.
Yeah, still this battle has been heated for now 5, 6 laps. That's the battle for, Nick Massey has fallen back to 7th as well, as I see. But this battle is just, wow, that's half the field right there on the back straightaway, and just all in one. It almost looks like what we're going to see next week at Talladega.
Talladega will be interesting for sure. Next Sunday. That'll be the second round in the round of 8 to decide the championship 4. But again, if you're a championship 8 driver right now, you're the round of 8. You want to make it to the championship 4. You do not want to have to go through Talladega to try to do it. If you win here tonight, you at least get a wild card in that craziness that will be Talladega next Sunday. You don't have to worry about, because obviously survive Iowa, win Iowa. You can rest knowing that if you tear your car all to pieces, you get caught up in a wreck, you're in. Points don't matter. You win, you win. You go to the championship for it. Phoenix.
Yeah, it's a lot of stress off. You do have to, however, make those final 2 races, I do believe, though. So if you win the race, you still have to make it in, or you still have to enter and at least take starting points between the next 2 races. But that'll make Talladega that much more easy next week. And you know what? He might end up going out there and winning it because he doesn't have as many cares. So
that's exactly right. Closing in on lap 100 this time around. Working lap 99. Whoa, whoa, hold on, guys. Man, I tell you what, Derek, that could have been scary right there for Logan Brakey. And he turns around and gets into Sajara Man, and Sergeant Man goes up the racetrack. Sajara Man. Boy, he was dirt tracking it there. What a save, and this allows the 23 to dive to the inside and go for that spot. Go for 2 for 1. Sajara Man battles back on the outside.
Wow, what a save again by Sergeant Man there, and the field is trying to follow him by there as he's making a lot of passes. He's got himself... What? Oh, it's in 10th place, sorry. Back up to 10th place after that spin on the last caution. Well, he didn't spin, but that's 2 really good saves we've seen from him tonight.
Sartaj Man, definitely, what a job he did as well. Just snuck inside the top 10 there. The 23 of low, still a little loose there. Logan Brakey holding on to it also. Car falling all the way to the back. Johnson in 23 losing a lot of ground there. What a run for Sartaj Man. What a save he just had. And still all the while, Shane Therian, the man, leads the way. Stafford, Stewksbury, 1, 2, and 3. Massey, Bourne, the top 5. Closing in on halfway here at Iowa Speedway. What a show they're putting on here. We'll go side by side so you don't miss a thing. Back in less than 2 minutes, the playoffs continue for the ARL on your home for sim racing. That is LSR TV and LiveSimRacing.com. Yeah, I went to break. I literally thought we. We were supposed to go side by side. My apologies on that. I was under the impression we were just at halfway. This is actually 200 laps, not 240 laps, not 200 laps. And there's a little pixelation there on my screen. And my apologies to you folks there, as we still have about another 11 laps to go before we go to halfway here at Iowa Speedway. Derek, there's a nice battle brewing for that spot. That's inside the top 5 for 5th and 6th.
Yeah, Braxton and Tom Bourne going at it again. They were going at it quite a bit last week too. Always running each other as clean as they can, but it looks like these guys are getting some close quarters racing as Braxton's going to run to the inside going into 1.
And honestly, Iowa is one of these racetracks, Derek, where you've raced it before. You know, you're going to race hard here. You're going to race hard for position. You know, you might rough somebody up not meaning to, but it's just the way the nature of this track can be.
That's exactly right. And we've seen it too with the 3 cautions that we've seen today. You know, it's just not intentional. It's just tire wear, and you don't have the drive off that you used to have, or the rotation through the middle that you used to have. And it's hard to know exactly when that's going to fall off. So if you time it in the wrong time and expect what's not there. As Braxton goes all the way down to the bottom lane, he's going to try to hold that momentum. He's going to get up right beside Tom Bourne. This is a great battle. I think it was Tom Bourne at the line. And that's for 5th place.
Yes, sir. Back across the stripe. There goes that 27, Deweese. Deweese will now get some company from Bourne on the outside. Now they'll go back single file. Stooksbury's still there in that battle. As Tom Bourne, the man right there, trying to hold off these cars for 5th position. Stooksbury. Deweese now losing ground. Stooksbury now under attack for 4th. As here comes the leaders down off of the back straightaway. Still a lot of racing left to go. Coming up on halfway, mind you, here in the event tonight. Whoa, you see just how loose he got there for a second. Bourne had to back off the throttle because that car could have just came right out from under him there, Derek.
Yeah, it makes you wonder too with the tire wear. We're seeing cars moving around a little bit right now. What lap, if we do go green here, what lap are we going to see them come in? And will there be any strategies maybe to try to get some track position?
For sure.
Looks like as this things gone on, Shane has definitely showed that he has the speed at night and on the long run. Shane Tyrion, your leader right now, he's doing an awesome job. The car is coming into him. You have to wonder though if Nick Massey's still having a few connection issues, and maybe he still has something as long if he could only get those connection issues fixed.
Yeah, we've noticed these issues definitely affecting the driver there of the car number 4.
I haven't seen him,
but he's still in 2nd.
Yeah, I haven't seen him drop out in a while there, so I don't think it's been much of a problem lately. So it definitely was a temporary issue, I think. As Tom Bourne has set his sights on Tyler Stooksbury. Stooksbury doing a good job. He'll hang on to that 3rd place spot. Bronson Stafford just up in front of him there, down the back straightaway.
Yes, sir, for sure. What a good run he's got right there in that spot, too, just kind of being comfortable. As now we are starting to close in on the halfway mark of this event this evening. Coverage again. You have the Relax Remodeling Round of 8. The Relax Remodeling Round of 8 will consist of races here tonight at Iowa, Talladega next week, then on to Vegas, and then the championship at Phoenix.
Yeah,
coming to halfway next time by. Derek, what's your take of the first half of this race as we do approach the second half here? Pretty clean so far in my part.
Yeah, very clean racing here. Haven't seen too many issues as the 54 kind of gets a little loose off of 2, but definitely seeing those cars with the long run speed come out when you get those long green flag runs. And Shane Tyrion definitely has that setup figured out, and he's doing an awesome job, almost 5 seconds ahead of Massey. So I wonder if there's maybe someone else that might find a little bit more speed. As we're still only halfway here, the sun's still going to set and the track's still going to cool off some. So there might still be somebody sleeping on something right now.
And don't forget the brand new Swag Super Truck Series fires up this Thursday night, October 1st. Looking forward to that. October 1st, the Truck Series, and then we have the Northwest Truck Series as well. Truck Thursday, man. That's what we're going to call it now. Truck Thursday. Thursday Truck Thunder. What do you think, Derek? You got now the Swag Truck Series on Thursday night, beginning this Thursday, October 1st, and then you've also got the nightcap with the Northwest iRacing Truck Series on Thursday night. Thursday Truck Thunder.
Yeah, double trucks. It's nothing wrong with that. Trucks are always put on a great show. Always get a great turnout too with the Truck Series, and excited to see that one.
Truck, yeah. Fun, yeah. Good times, yeah. After halfway, Shane Therian leads the way. Massey, Stafford, Stutesbury, and Bourne, the top 5. Charles Wooten will take you side by side, our executive producer of the broadcast. More coverage of the playoffs from Iowa when we return on LSR TV.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold, to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers and stuff. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing, and if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Ready for the second half of this event here at the Iowa Speedway. What are you doing, Derek? I'm lead announcer. Go ahead, you take it. Go ahead.
No.
Change roles. Go ahead.
I didn't know if you were there at that second, Wesley. I know you trying to get some food there. Really hard work in day for me on the steering wheel, and for you too in the booth. It's been a long one for us, but always enjoy the Adrenaline Racing Series, and we're sticking it out. We were talking at the break there about being a little tired for this one, but we
were all ordering DoorDash, Grubhub, or some type of food, beverage stuff right now for our front door.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a bite to eat since about 9 o'clock this morning.
Charles got himself some mashed potatoes and some caramel dip. Who puts caramel dip with mashed potatoes? He ate it separately.
Okay.
So did you have like something to dip the caramel in, or did you just like finger it and lick your fingers? His finger looking good. Shane Therian still the man out in front. Car number 38. Massey in second. DeWeese is third. And this race continues on for the Relax Remodeling round of 8. By the way, let them take care of all of your needs. Relax Remodeling, 704-622-2697. RelaxRemodeling.llc@gmail.com.
As our
Wow,
leader,
hold on
Shane,
there.
almost up into the wall. Shane Tyrion, that was close.
That was very close. Yes, it was.
Maybe
Man,
that's
that was
just his
interesting.
line here as the tires are wearing down. There's more grip moving up the track, maybe. As we did see some
I don't
cars
know,
with a
you know,
green flag cycle, as that lap car just went by, and it just shows you the tire difference. Look at that car go.
We're about 6 laps away from approaching lap 140, which will be 100 laps remaining in this event. This is the opening round in the round of Championship 4, the round of 8. This is the round of 8. The winner goes on to the Championship 4, unless it's a unless it's a driver that's a non-points contender. But right now, Shane Tyrion doing what he needs to do in the car number 38, looking now for his 5th win on the season for the Adrenaline iRacing League Cup Series. The driver is looking very comfortable right now out in front as this race rolls on.
Yeah, the only other drivers with multiple wins is Bronson Stafford with 4 wins himself,
That's
so
right.
they're tied. And then we have Nick Massey, who's maybe looking to get his 3rd if he could just find that speed that he had early on.
And then you've got Robert Kinney, who has not won a race since Daytona when he won the opening 500, and that was a crazy finish out of nowhere. Just literally went through crazy traffic, flipping cars, bumping, banging, and weaseled his way to a victory. But since then, not taking this away from him, Derek, since his Daytona win, he's literally had to be consistent and do what he needs to do points-wise to advance into the playoffs, and like what he's done here in the round of 8 for the championship cutoff 4.
Yeah, doing exactly what he needed to do to at least get out of here with a good solid run, and he's looking to have it fold over into next week there. Sorry. Tripped up on my words there a little bit. Next week's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be, it's going to be a lot of people that might have a bad weekend with Talladega, but at the same time, it's going to open up a chance for maybe one of these guys that haven't had a win yet this season to maybe get in there.
Exactly right, for sure.
I just had to order myself
A lot
some
of
Pizza
good
Hut
racing
there.
still remaining.
We were talking.
Oh, you got Pizza Hut. Okay, well, they got me some finger licking good. So if you know what the abbreviation is for that, for their nickname, then you know what I got. No, it's not Golden Corral.
Golden Corral, that's definitely a spot I'm always at when I'm in the States. Love that place. We don't have them up here in Canada.
I've not ate at Golden Corral since the pandemic started. We're under 100 laps to go, by the way. But I've not ate at Golden Corral since March. February, I think was the last time. I think I was down in Daytona during Speed Weeks. I think it was when I was in Florida, and East Bay was the last time I had Golden Corral. So
that's the first place we're gonna have to go when we go out for dinner that night, Wesley. When I get down there for the Bristol weekend.
Down the back straightaway, Stooksbury and Tom Bourne continuing to battle for that position as the laps continue to tick away. Under 100 laps to go here in this opening round of the 8 to decide the championship 4 coming up here at Iowa tonight, Phoenix in 3 weeks, Talladega, Vegas, all on the way. Tom Bourne and Stooksbury. I think this is round 2 or 3 of this race so far now, Derek.
Yeah, Tom Bourne looking extremely strong here tonight. Definitely unfortunate that he didn't get in that next round because he would have been strong running with these guys, and would have had a
Be
good
right back.
point
Be
shown.
right back.
That food delivery's quick. I need to find some service like that. That's not bad. Tom Bourne, no, it's Stooksbury top 5. Tom Bourne's trying to steal that top 5 position back. Looks like he's gonna get to his inside here. They're also dealing with the lap car there with the newer tires as well. Oh. Tom Bourne right on the back bumper of Tyler Stooksbury as they come off the corners down the straightaway. Can he get him going into one? He's got the run on him. Stooksbury fighting back on the outside. Not going to give that position up yet.
All right, Derek, back here with you, buddy. Here they come. As I told Cody, I have a date with the Colonel. Oh, you're mine, KFC, after the race is over. This is the first time in my life I've let chicken get cold so I can finish a race broadcast. I normally devour it. That's what the microwave's for, though, right? All right, so you here we go. Off of turn 4, we have Bourne. He is in 5th, doing really, really good. Stooksbury, round 3. It looks like Tom Bourne will win this battle. Under 100 laps to go. Therian has opened up the lead to almost 2 seconds over Massey in the 4 car.
Yeah,
Deweese is 3rd. Stafford 4th, and Bourne the top 5. Go ahead, bud.
Sorry, it's just, Tyrion, it looks like he gets better and better on the long run here. His tires and everything coming into as it goes darker and darker into the night.
That transition of day into nightfall now settling into dusk, and it'll be starting to be pitch black here in a bit.
The cornfields of Iowa down the back straightaway. Awesome racetrack.
I got corn in my potato bowl. I'm about to eat. He said he had corn in the kitchen, our producer. By the way, you know, our producer, Charles, is like a comedian, okay? So it's like we're literally trying to be professional here and do the broadcast, and then you got this guy in your ear. And we we're talking about the cornfields of Iowa, and he says, I got corn in the kitchen. So,
yeah. Yeah, we were doing completely fine, and so then he started talking about food and got us completely distracted on that topic.
Well, we just went ahead and ordered food then. We just went ahead and ordered food. Our broadcast payment just pays for DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever it is you get. You know, Uber Eats, whatever it is you prefer.
That's right. I just had to say, though, I'm jealous of the service. I might not even have mine by the time this race is over, actually. That's right.
Oh, Canada. Oh, I meant no disrespect, my friend. I was.
Oh, all good. I understand.
There's Canada right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Sportsnet. Sportsnet, yeah, Sportsnet. That's kind of like the ESPN of the leaves, eh?
Yeah. Well, I think ESPN owns TSN, and then Sportsnet is like their own separate. They're individually owned, I think. But I think TSN is basically owned by the same people that do ESPN in the States, and then they just call it TSN.
I thought Sportsnet was owned by NBC, like NBCSN in America.
It may be. I know it's called Rogers Sportsnet, but I'm not sure if Rogers is owned by one of those companies, maybe.
According to our producer, it's owned by Ford. And the way I feel tonight, it's owned by Pabst Blue Ribbon. You know about some PBR, don't you?
Absolutely. Friday nights are always good.
I love the rodeos. Whoa! He'll never let me live that down. All right, so we've only had what, 2 cautions? 2 cautions, 3 cautions in this race so far. It's been quiet.
Yeah, this one's been steadily going by as we're on lap 156 out of 240 right now as they hit the line.
Yeah, man, these laps have just like been so comfortable sitting there, and you know, good job for these drivers. Hey, tomorrow night, doubleheader coverage, or actually just have a single race broadcast tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, will be the No Limit Racing Cup Series. That's Brandon Fronapple's new series. Monday night, what a show they put on at Talladega the other day, Derek. You saw the craziness that one was, and we're getting ready for for next Monday night or this Monday night. We got the 350 laps at Bristol. It's Bristol, baby.
It's Bristol, that's right. Always a good time at Bristol, no matter what car and what series, doesn't matter. Bristol's always going to put on a great show, so excited for that one for sure.
If my other friend from the West Coast, Greg Ritz, can get back in time, he'll be joining me in the booth. But he's got such a crazy schedule, you know. Which by the way, as we see Nightfall settling in as we ride on board with Trenton Jump, I'm happy because, you know, he doesn't really have like a full-time, you know, career in motorsports broadcasting stuff like I do, you know. So he has a regular job, and, you know, with everything that's going on with the pandemic and stuff, Derek, a lot of people have lost work. He has too. So it's nice to see him being able to get back on the schedule. And listen, if he's got to do his real job, I totally understand it. I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Shane Therian, it looks like he caught me off guard there as we seen the 8 car passing him. I thought we had a challenge for the lead, but just shows you the different strategies now as cars are trying different things, as it looks like Shane is on some older tires.
So there's Shane right there battling with Hardison. And now let's see how far off Massey is from this camera angle. There's Robert Kinney, or there's Therian, and there's Massey. So half a straightaway length, if you will, 2.7 seconds, almost 3 seconds, close to it.
Yeah, I'd say that for sure. It looks like 3 seconds on the ticker. Braxton DeWise is actually catching the second place car of Nick Massey, I believe.
There's the interval. There's the leader.
Oh, he's pitting this time by Shane on pit road, looking to have a
so much for
entry.
that. Green flag pit stops.
No mistakes here, as it's always been. You know, speeding and stuff is that much worse under green because you don't just get a drop to the end line penalty. You have to come back in and sit. So it's going to be crucial that all these guys get through here and get their cycle of pit stop done without having any mistakes.
Four tires and fuel.
And the
there you see
fuel.
Yes, the G Fuel, the tear off for the windshield. Squeals the tires, pulls away. Actually, doesn't smoke tires. He just gradually pulls away.
We'll see where they end up now. As Nick Massey has opted to stay on the track, so I think he's going to lose some time in the short run here to Shane, but in the long run, he might end up maybe being able to get it back.
And nobody else is pitted either. And now Massey is the man that's out in front. Well, actually, we do have cars pitting. We just didn't see it. Here we go. Kenny's on pit road, the 38 car. Shane Therian again. Here's Tom Bourne in 54. Podcasting things. There goes Massey giving up the lead. And now Rodriguez will move to the #1 spot. Here's the story about Rodriguez. Derek, he won the race at Richmond. Got busted for a penalty. So, and they stripped his win away. If the word encumbered can be used, it can be used for him. They took his victory, and he wasn't able to transfer into the playoffs. Kind of had a little penalty of probation, paid his dues. Now he comes to the pits, but at one time Rodriguez was out in front.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yes, sir. I believe it was Richmond, wasn't it? Wasn't it Richmond when I was ironically in Richmond, Kentucky the same time, and back in Richmond again? That's when it happened. Logan Brakey on pit road. I think he's out of fuel. Here they comes the Mexico car. Ole! That's Packard in 24. It's the Kellogg's car. I know, it's the Kellogg's car.
The Mexican Rooster.
Ole, 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 ole. Charge!
Sportsnet car from Canada pulls off pit lane as we're back to the second place car, Bronson Stafford in the 61 Cineplex Toyota, as it looks like he's going to inherit that second place position after the cycle of pit stops. Braxton Louise is in fourth. Nick Massey falls back to third. And Tom Bourne rounds out the top five. Sergeant Mann, Trenton Jump, Hardison, Stamp, Henny and Grant Johnson all find themselves a lap down here as they're trying to get that lap back after the cycle of pit stops.
Sajara Man, we mentioned him earlier, had a little scare there earlier battling for that position. Bourne sitting comfortable now in the 7th position, car number 49. Is it only fitting, Derek Fulton, that Shane Therian and Bronson Stafford, the winningest drivers on the Adrenaline Series in the playoffs, are 1 and 2 on track right now?
I think it's definitely makes sense. They've been strong on the long runs, so all season long. So a race like this, you know, not too many cautions, and for the most part, these guys are spread out. That's going to play into their favor because it's just going to mean more and more long runs. And the further out on those long runs these guys get, the more and more of a lead they get. These cars are always good on the long runs. Looks like Stewksbury.
Hope you've enjoyed our cover. Yeah, I'm sorry, we're talking on top of each other, Derek. I hope that you have enjoyed our coverage today, Sunday, for the LSR TV live sim racing coverage. We started at almost 12:45 this afternoon at 1 o'clock with about 5 hours of coverage, 4.5 hours of coverage of the inaugural running of the Martinsville E300. Garrett Maines picked up the victory, gets a grandfather clock, gets a check, $1,000 from Billy and Rhonda Smith, the Swaggy Wraps and Graphics.
Yeah, big win.
A very exciting show. Yeah.
That was just an awesome show, awesome to be a part of, like we were saying earlier, and, you know, excited for more things like that to happen, and, you know, good viewership today on LSR TV, and it's exactly what they need here, and more of that, and the more opportunities that come up for everybody involved, including us as drivers and producers and broadcasters as well, and even a chance for yourself to maybe even get a sponsor on the broadcast. If
numbers
if you're driving.
Absolutely astounding. Yes, sir, for sure, definitely. And there goes Massey again with that. Here he comes. Watch him pop out of nowhere. Man, he's way got issues. Like, he was literally behind. We lost him.
I thought he was gone for good there. That was
there he is. He's back.
Yeah, but he's back there on the track.
He's back, man. Yes, sir.
Massey not in that points battle as we were talking about earlier, so he's just going out there to try to get that win and bragging rights at this point.
To be honest with you, Massey reminds me a lot of like Caden Anderson on the Northwest Trucking Cup Series. Not in the playoffs, not running for a championship. He just wants to win races. He wants to win. He wants that checkered flag. And I totally respect that. Not just points racing to them, if you follow what I'm saying.
Yeah, very committed guys here in this league, and pretty long running league, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Season 2, so.
There goes this nice battle continuing again. Sajara Man, Tom Bourne. Now, he battled with him earlier. Now he's going to try to go after the 34 of 1 lap down, Robert Kenny.
Robert Kenny trying to get that lap back the hard way
And Sajara Man is on the lead lap, by the way. He's the last car on the lead lap, but he's on the lead lap. Approaching under 60 laps to go here in the playoff race in Iowa. And for the most part, Derek, I mean, you know, everybody just doing what they need to do.
Getting those laps.
Staying comfortable, doing these green flag pit stops.
I think we might still have to see one pit stop cycle 2 before the end of this one. I don't know if they have enough fuel to make it all the way to the end. So that'll definitely be something to keep an eye on here too. They probably come in around lap 200 if I had to guess, 210 maybe. Oh, problems. Slow car on the outside coming to the line, but it looks like he's going to keep going. No caution there. I think he just got off the pace there for a second and lost his footing.
And no caution. Yeah.
No caution.
Maybe a lot of people wish the caution would have come out, but there's no caution flag. That's the 98 machine of Matt Dyer. Or actually Calvin Gretorix, man. Yeah. And that was disappointing for him, you know, in the 98 car. He was at the beginning of the playoffs and then just kind of struggled there in the round of 12 and just couldn't go the rest of the way. So
yeah, and he was a favorite there at the road course.
He's off the pace, guys. He's got a problem. Gretorix is about to pit. I think he might be out. He just said, I'm finished, man. You know, that'd be like the equivalent of me just taking my headset off and say, Derek, you take over. I'm finished. I'm done.
Almost reminds me of the
park this car.
The Ricky Bobby movie. Maybe he went to go grab a sandwich.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
Talladega Nights. Yeah, both Gretorix brothers, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Wesley.
Yes, Austin and Calvin Gretorix are brothers.
Yeah, brothers.
They fight like brothers. Brotherly love.
Both multiple laps down here in this one, so just looks like they're opting to just call it a night. Trenton Jump right now, the last car on the lead lap, wheels it off the corner. He's got to keep, he's not, he's a couple laps down, I believe. Brakey. Yes, Logan Brakey, I think, got a penalty on the last pit stop there because he's fallen back down to 3 laps down. So I wonder if maybe that was a speeding penalty or something that happened with him.
Okay, so again, we're closing in on these final 50 laps. As Therian still the man leading the way. He has got such a big lead over the rest of this field here. Definitely. Not gonna lie, Derek, I'm ready to see a caution flag, brother.
Yeah, it's,
I mean, that's how big of a dominating point Shane Therian's made over the pack tonight so far.
Yeah, that's as soon as that night started to come out and the track cooled down, he just took over this thing and he's not looked back at all. Looks like we're coming now down to 48 laps to go, I believe. So definitely still ticking these ones out, but we could still maybe see a fuel strategy or something maybe work out for one of these guys. Shane is doing an awesome job keeping that car out of trouble tonight. Nick Massey back there in second, unfortunately with those issues, and you know, he could still have maybe an adjustment or two in him, and if they come back down pit lane, that might be all it takes. He's not that far back, but it's going to take quite a bit at this point if they don't get a caution.
Well, Therian is the man that everybody's after. Massey with his net code, internet issues. lagging, whatever it is, he's still there in second spot. Braxton DeWeese sitting there patiently in third, followed by Bronson Stafford, Tyler Stooksbury. There's your top 5. Bourne, Man, the last car on the lead lap. The tail end of the lead lap, 1 lap down, that would get the free pass. Lucky dog would be Trenton Jump in 46. And while that goes on, there's Grant in the 5 car, struggling all day since having his problems crashing in practice and qualifying. Sits in 12th. He's 1 lap down. Now here's the thing, Greg. Me and Greg discussed it on a lot of races as well. We'll talk about it here, Derek, on this Adrenaline Cup Series event. Even though, you know, Jump is a lap down, he would get the free pass. All these other drivers a lap down or more. If they choose not to pit, they could take the wave around and you're right back on the lead lap, but you forfeit your pit stop. Good or bad in this scenario, do you think?
I think at this point they got to do something, make something happen, because if they don't see a caution, I think Shane is going to be checked out on this one for sure. So at this point, they're going to be trying to do anything they can to maybe make something happen out of it.
Back to reality, as they say. Time to decide what will happen. Closing in on 40 laps to go. Well, my question is this, Derek. Do you think Shane Therian will be here at the end and put this car to victory lane in 38?
I think he'll be able to do it as long as he stays out of trouble. He's done a really good job of doing that tonight, but you never know what could happen, so definitely don't want to jinx him or anything, but he's been solidly moving through the field, as now he's got all but 7 cars 1 lap down at this point in the race.
There's the man, Shane Therian, leading the way. He's looking for that 5th win on the series. Behind him, there is now Braxton DeWeese moving up to the 2nd spot. But again, he's still 18 seconds or more. Massey right there in 2nd. You see, we just lost Massey. Then he pops back up. Then you got 10, 12 seconds back for DeWeese, who's in 2nd. Massey. Now, here's the thing, Derek. As we approach lap 200, 40 laps to go here, is there ever a point where the iRacing officials themselves or the Adrenaline Cup officials will say, hey, Massey, this has gone on long enough. This is not becoming a good factor for the other drivers in efforts of like their race, and they'll tell them to park it. What do you think?
I think personally tonight, from what we've seen, and because it's been so intermediate and they are spread out, I don't think it's as big of a deal. Come when you go to the track to Bristol or Talladega, when you're really close quarters, I definitely think you'd see that called, because that could be devastating for the entire field. But right now, with the way these cars are spread out, I don't really think it's hurting too much. iRacing is able to relay enough data to keep the car on the track where it should be. And he's got almost like a 4 or 5 second lead on 3rd place. So he's kind of on an island on his own. They're all on an island on their own right now. As at this point, it's become, can Shane maybe lap the field? I don't think he'll get to Massey, DeWeese, or Stafford. But if Stooksbury, Bourne, and Maine don't pick it up, I think there's a chance that Therian might be able to get those guys and put them a lap down.
Going to go side by side as we approach the home stretch of this event. Just after 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Your home for sim racing. Rock and rolls the playoffs for the Adrenaline iRacing League Cup Series from Iowa. Who will be the winner in advance to Championship 4? Win number 5 on the horizon for Shane Therian and advancing to Phoenix.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything, hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer.
And we interrupt commercial for caution. There's a yellow flag on the speedway. Looks like Caleb Smith lost it in 25. A swag, yellow flag. Besides the competition yellow at the end of the stage, third one of the night, fourth yellow flag total.
Tires nothing left on those ones, as shows came off the corner, had no grip. See what happens here now is everyone's going to be able to make their final pit stop. We'll see everybody come down and take tires. Now we're going to see Nick Massey and Shane on the same cycle with just over 30 laps to go here. It's time to get going, really.
That's what I was about to say, and everybody is going to come down to the pit lane. Everybody is going to pit, unless you're a lap down. Obviously, the driver we had just mentioned, Trenton Jump, will get the free pass. He'll come back on the lead lap. Everyone else can either decide to either take the wave around at 1 to go or pit, but you still remain a lap down. You put yourself in more of a hole. What would you do, Derek? You've raced a lot of iRacing events. What would you do if you're in this position here under 40 laps to go?
I'm definitely going to be taking 4 tires. Maybe it depends on the adjustment. Maybe try to tighten the car up or loosen the car up a little bit. Massey's definitely going to need an adjustment here if he's not going to be able to get a good restart on him. So we'll see what he maybe can come up with. Maybe a tire pressure adjustment. At this point, that's really all you can do, though.
All right, pit stops are in. This could be even called the money stop, if you will, unless we start to see a rash of cautions down the home stretch for this event. We'll cover these pit stops for you. 4 tires, fuel. Looks like Darian will be good off the pit lane first. Massey will pull out second. And there they all go. Back on the racetrack. Got to stay below the blend line before they pass that commitment cone. Then they can make their way back up on the racetrack on the back straightaway. Per the rule book, rocking and rolling. Shane Therian looking for win 5, looking for first place points, looking to the championship 4 at Phoenix, and to survive the wild card. That is Talladega next week. Coverage continues back again in a moment on your home for sim racing, LSR TV from Iowa.
There's a lot of esports leagues in iRacing, but there's nothing like swag. Special events, series sanctioning. The Simulation World Auto Group swag is excited for you to become a member and join our team. Weekly competition includes Stadium Super Trucks, the Outlaw Super Late Model Series, the Short Track Cup All-Star Challenge, the Winter Heat during the winter months, and so much more. Special events and venues is also throughout the year. We want you to be a part of the team. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by looking up Swag Esports Racing and jump on board with the Shark. Big money, fun times. We want you to be a part of what is the new Simulation World Auto Group. All the details again on Swag Racing Esports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you at the virtual tracks across the world. And if not, follow broadcast coverage on LSR TV, the weekly racer in CRN Sports.
And we're back underway here at the Iowa Speedway. Field goes back into the Geico restart zone here at Iowa. And ready for the finish. And just as fast as we go to green, the old cliche, cautions breed cautions, come to reality again here now, Derek, as we have yellow flag, car spun around. There is Dyer in 88. Yellow flag. See what caused it, buddy?
Yeah, it looks like a caution right away here, as we didn't see a caution for a while. Oh, contact from the Terry Labonte scheme.
Ole!
Oh.
Caleb Smith got collected. Snow did the Reese's car.
Yeah, the
So much
Reese's
for
car
saving
came
your
in like a
candy
bolt.
for Halloween. It just got smeared all over the concrete virtually.
Unfortunately for those guys,
So you just had cereal and dessert crash one another.
and
The
then
Kellogg's and Reese's.
and the Reese car. Nowhere to
Watch
go.
this. Look out, look out. No! Ooh, my candy is on the wall. Car number 53. That's a sharp looking color though. I might add though, man. Seriously though, Derek, those are some sharp looking wrap jobs on these cars that we see in iRacing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Looks like Willy
maker
Wonka,
myself.
the Oompa Loompa's got a hold. I was about to say, look at all that rubber build up around the race car. It looks like Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompa's got a hold of his Reese's car.
It does look like that.
I watched that movie the other day, by the way, Charles. Thank you.
The original one or the remake?
So unprofessional. It's Gene Wilder's version, the official version, the best one. Everlasting, everlasting gobstopper. Yeah, the second one with Johnny Depp, yeah, that was just, yeah. Chewing, 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 chewing all day long, chewing, chewing. Yes. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a. However, I did like Edward Scissorhands. But listen, here's the truth. Here's the truth, though. Halloween's right around the corner. Derek, a little movie trivia for you. We should have done this last week since we had the Cineplex movie night. Do you know what first movie Johnny Depp starred in was? It was a Halloween movie.
Johnny Depp's
What was the first movie? What was the first movie that Johnny Depp ever starred in?
Wasn't Scissorhands, right? We were just talking about
No,
that.
sir. No, sir.
Halloween?
No, sir. No, sir.
Friday
No,
the 13th? No. Goosebumps?
He was Nancy's girlfriend, Nancy's boyfriend on Nightmare on Elm Street, the first movie. Freddy sucked him under the bed.
Oh, wow.
Remember the first Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger?
I don't know. I actually can't say.
You're tuned in to station KRGR, now signing off. He goes to sleep and he says, "Rah!" Oh.
Speaking of the Halloween,
Shameless plug for Cineplex, for movies, man, I'm looking forward to the Halloween paint schemes on cars. You know what, guys? We should have a special Halloween race. What do you guys think of that? Like a Halloween race and have like scary paint schemes on cars.
September 28th in the Outlaw Series, we're doing $50 to best Halloween themed paint scheme of the night. And that'll be at South Boston for the Twin 80 lap features.
We're going to call it the Spooktacular?
I think we were calling it the Monster Mash. The Swaggy Raps and Graphics Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash. It was the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash. We'll use that as the theme song there. What do you think?
Let's ask Cody because it's
man.
It's he's got to work the deal out to get the rights to do it, right, Cody? No, that's a no already.
What's a no?
I think.
No, I think it should be like the Sobo Spooktacular.
Oh, that's good. I think I had it listed as the Monster Mash Brawl or something. Monster
Or maybe
Mash
call
Brawl.
it Spooky Fast 250, something like that for South Boston.
That's a good track to do it on too, because it can be a
Oh yeah,
spooky
South
racetrack.
Boston, man. Yeah, dude, I remember when South Boston used to run the Truck Series for NASCAR back in the day, and it was just like the most entertaining thing ever.
If there's ever a
South
track
Boston's
where
a
you
cool
feel like
track.
you're being chased the whole time, I think that's the perfect feeling going through the corners at South Boston with somebody on your tail. As we go green here,
Good old
big jump.
Sobo. 23 laps to go. Now make it 22 remaining here at Iowa Speedway.
Strategies coming too as Shane Durian is not in the lead anymore. Nick Massey has inherited that lead somehow.
They make their way back around the corner, down the front straightaway. Coming up on 20 laps to go very shortly. By the way, next time around, you'll see that scoring ticker. It will change from 220 of 240 to 20 laps to go. Derek, what do you think we're going to see the final 20 laps as they exit turn 3 and 4?
Shane is definitely coming now as it looks like he's almost back up into the top 5 already, but Nick Massey has got a huge gap. I don't know what exactly happened to Shane. We missed that there, but I think he was maybe speeding on pit lane or something, and that could be devastating here with only 20 to go. And if Nick Massey wins this race, Wesley, that means not one of the playoff drivers are locked into the playoffs going into next week. So that's going to make Talladega even that much more interesting.
Yes, sir, it will. Massey, Stafford, Bourne, Deweese, Mann, top 5. Therian, Stokesbury, Jump. Kenny, Massey. All these drivers now in the top 10, along with Hardison. Massey still having issues. You see him at the top not being scored, but then all of a sudden he'll pop back into the top 10 on the scoring monitor. And that has been an issue all night long, Derek, for the driver of the number 4 car.
Yeah, it's been an issue. Again, though, I don't know if it's going to be a big deal as he's got a 1.5-second lead right now on second place Bronson Stafford. Or no, it's about half a second back there, sorry.
Yeah. Again, but just fighting.
Doubles, Braxton
look out, Deweese. Deweese goes around 27, bottom of the racetrack. I don't think they threw yellow, though. We'll stay green.
No, it looks like he might have an issue with that car. That was a hard hit on the wall. He may have to bring that thing to pit lane. Looks like he's just going to try to ride it out and see how far he can get it. That's going to be big for Braxton as he comes into this sitting in 6th in points right now. 2 points below the cutoff point.
15 to go. Next time by. Massey is out in front. Nick Massey. What a job. Stafford, Therian. Bourne, the top 5 along with Sajara Mann.
And here comes Therian. He's in 3rd and he's looking. Does he have enough time, Wesley?
Man, I don't know. I mean, for the most part, even though Massey's been having these net code issues, if you will, on the 4 car, the 51 of Stafford's been strong, and so is also Therian's car. And I mean, we just have to see. You see the interval still within a second, but Massey, when he's on it, he's on it. And whatever problems he's having where he literally vapor trails and comes back on track and just picks up where he left off, he's making it work in that 4 car.
Yeah, it looks like he's gaining a little bit on him right now. He's going to have to battle Stafford for that 2nd place to get by him, but 13 laps to go. This one's really winding down quickly. Sartaj Mann now in 4th place, battling Tom Bourne for that spot. Tyler Stooksbury right behind them in that 3-car battle for 4th place. Those are all important points right now for not all of those drivers, sorry, but Sartaj Mann is in the playoffs. And I think one of the biggest impacts tonight is going to be Braxton DeWeese, if he doesn't get a caution here and get a shot to maybe get back up there and get a couple spots back, that's going to be a big hole for him to come out of going into the Talladega with uncertainties.
Yeah, that's very true. And we're closing in on 10 laps to go this time by. And obviously, if we get a late race caution, Derek, this will change everything. This will change the entire complexion of the race. But it's obviously Massey, who is a non-championship points contender, trying to get another win on the series. And Therian will have the best points day for the drivers that are in the Championship 8, going to the Championship 4 finale at Phoenix in 3 weeks. He will lead this battle. Stafford right behind him. Mann will have a good day. Mann might actually be able to get up in the top 4 for the championship transfer than be on the bubble, or at least try to advance his spot. So a lot of drivers having good days. Good races to help them out.
Yeah, Shane has now got by into second place. He's there. He's going to try to close in on Nick Massey. He's got 8 laps to do it. Can he do it? Can he make it? And will he get that spot in the next round?
Yeah, that's the question here as these laps continue to tick away. A lot of racing still ongoing. And again, if we get that late race caution, this will change the entire complexion of the event. But right now, Massey, his race to lose, issues on his internet or whatever, it is working still for him, and the driver, the number 4, as he is looking for another win on the series. Matter of fact, checking my statistics from my announcer notes, Nick Massey looking for his 3rd win, if you will. Man, imagine if he wouldn't have missed so many races. He could have been out of the playoff cut line because of this. But if he would have been in the playoffs, what a contender Nick Massey and the number 4 Ford would have been, Derek.
Yeah, for sure. He's proven himself every time I've seen him on the track that he's a contender. And tonight he's proven it again as he's trying to spoil that party like we talked about earlier. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Five laps to go this time by at the start-finish line. Open hand from your flagman. Massey, what a performance. Man, when it counts down the home stretch, netcode issues or not, he took it to the whip there, Derek, and he's ready to bring this to victory lane for his 3rd win on the season.
Yeah, he's there. Tyler Stewksbury just picks up the 5th place spot now as Tom Bourne falls back to 6th. Those guys battling not so much for critical playoff points, but still trying to become that 14th place position, or sorry, the 9th place points position, as that'd be the last car right now not in the chase, or sorry, the first car that's not in the chase.
Ready to go. So we see Stewksbury and Bourne battle. Massey starting to pull away from the interval on Shane Therian. Stafford there in 3rd. Stafford to come back from the problems that he had and redeem himself, if you will, in a good position. 2 to go. The popsicle sticks are up here virtually.
I don't think he's going to have enough time, as Nick Massey needs to see that white flag coming to the last lap. I'll let you take it home, Wesley.
Yeah, 1 more lap to go here this time by, as here comes the 4 car. Busch across the line. The swag, 1 to go. 1 more lap remaining here for the drivers. Down the back straightaway. Number 4, Massey, staying out of trouble, will exit off the corner. His 3rd win on the series. Massey winning here at Iowa. A good points night for Shane Therian. He'll finish 2nd, Stafford 3rd, Mann 4th. Those 3 drivers advancing good spots in the top 5 finish to go into the going towards the championship 4. But none of those drivers get the win. You got to win to advance to Phoenix. And what a job by Nick Massey. His 3rd win now, Derek Fulton, on the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series here this evening at Iowa.
Yeah, big win for Nick Massey, and it's just what we were talking about. What if he was in the playoffs? That would have been a free ticket into the next round, and who knows what he would have been able to do with it from there. But it just wasn't meant to be for a championship this year. But no reason why he can't come around for these bragging rights, and he did that tonight.
Doing just that, winning, getting it done. What a job. Unofficial results presented by SawBlade.com here tonight. From the Iowa Speedway, let's cue up some of that music and bring us on to the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up. Well, Nick Massey, again the big winner in the number 4 car. Shane Therian, 38, second. An interval of almost a second at the checkered flag. A disappointment, Derek, for Shane Therian, because he was going to be the car to win. Such dominating performance for him in 38.
Yeah, definitely disappointing for him tonight, but the plus side is he had a ton of stage points coming into this race. He was 21 points to the good, so with the stage points he collected tonight, plus the second place finishing points, he's looking pretty good even going into Daga.
Bronson Stafford third. Sajari Mann will finish fourth. Tyler Stooksbury fifth. Born Jump. Kenny Rodriguez hardest in the top 10. As those are the rundown, take them on to the entire finishing order now, Derek.
11th place, Braxton DeWeezy got in that trouble, didn't get that caution that he needed. Eric Stamp. In 12th place, Alex Walter, Tanner Johnson, Logan Brakey, Jacob Grant, Brockton Packard, Caleb Smith, Matt Dyer, Austin Gretorix, and then his brother rounding out the field.
When it's said and done, Nick Massey, third win on the season. Out of the cusp of running for a championship at the playoffs. All he wants to do is win, and he's done just that. Therian, Mann, and also Stafford, good point stays. They'll advance now, preparing for the wild card that is Talladega. Clan War servers post-race wrap-up along the way next as we wrap things up from the cornfields of Iowa. The playoffs in the books for the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series. Nick Massey, the big winner here at Iowa. Back with more in a moment. Gamers hosting gamers worldwide and the official communications partner of Live Sim Racing. It is time for the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up on LSR TV for the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series from Iowa after the relaxed remodeling round of 8 opener. Derek Fulton, Wesley Outland. Awesome work again, as always, by Charles. And we now get ready for the top 3 drivers. Derek will grab 3rd and 2nd, and I'll grab the man in victory lane.
Yeah, in 3rd place tonight we had Bronson Stafford. Bronson, explain how you got to where you were tonight.
Honestly, I'm kind of shocked. I lost force feedback on my wheel in practice, so all night I was just couldn't feel anything, and I was just trying to hang on. And the early incident with Trenton trapped me a lap down at stage, but was able to recover and stayed out the one time. Didn't expect to go green almost to the end, so was trying to save fuel, but got a caution and was able just to keep it up front and get a top 3, which I feel not too bad about after how the night started.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely some adversity to come over right away off the start of the night. Never a fun thing to go over. How bad was it? Was it right at the start of the race, or did you get it dialed in before the start of the race, or was it something you were wrestling that whole time?
I hooked it up and I joined practice. I didn't have it. I restarted the PC a couple times, disconnected the wheel, and I never had force feedback. So I got like 12 laps in practice and qualifying and just trying to do my best with it. It felt really different and weird. I don't know. I'm not used to it, but
probably affected your tire wear a little bit too, I bet, as well, eh?
Yeah, I was burning the right front a bit more than my teammates were, about 4 or 5% sometimes, and you could see it on long run pace. But that's I wasn't super upset about the caution at the end. I felt I had a top 4 with it regardless. So to be able to come one spot better, I guess, is a good night, I guess.
Yeah, good recovery. Thanks those sponsors, man.
Yeah, for sure. Cineplex, G Fuel, Evil Controllers, just everyone on all the cars. They've all been working for a while. FRN. There's a lot going on behind the scenes there that is all really positive and looking good. So yeah, just everyone that makes everything happen week to week, and it shows in performances when the top 3 is all team cars.
Awesome. Congrats on 3rd, man, and good recovery. As we move on to 2nd place, Shane Tyrion, exactly what happened there at the end? Was it a speeding penalty, or did what happened there to cause you to have to come all the way back through the field and just falling just a couple tenths short?
I pitted for a couple lap pressure tires because there was enough laps left, but I didn't account for the 27 and the 49 to take 2. Man, 157 laps left without a win kind of hurts, but I'll take a second. And I feel like I could have caught Nick if I didn't get stuck passing more than 2 cars. That only took 2 tires, and then battling Bronson there for a little bit, but yeah, I tried.
Yeah, we definitely knew it was going to take a strategy of some sort to beat you tonight. You were definitely out there, and once that track cooled down and looked like you guys were on rails with what you had in your program. But still 2nd place, coming into the race with 21 points to the good. It's got a pad to that. So, you might not be locked in going into Talladega, but a decent run there, and you pretty much are going into the next week, right?
Yeah, I should be fine next week. That was 21 points to the good, I think, coming in. I don't even won the stage for a second. Yeah, I'm solid. I can wreck, and I should be fine. So I'm not really worried. So I might be more aggressive to try and take points away from other people during stage and all that stuff. So we'll see.
There you go. Nice. Congratulations. Thank those sponsors.
Yeah, I had G Fuel in the car again. Unfortunately, I couldn't go 3 for 3 on this scheme, but 3 top 2s, and then Evil Controllers, Cineplex, and Sky Motorsports, and you guys broadcasting, and then Adrenaline putting the league on, and I just want to congrats Nick on winning. If I would have gotten to him, I would have moved him out of the way because he did it to me at Richmond, but I couldn't get to him.
Awesome, man. Congrats. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
And down to victory lane we go now to the driver of the car, number 4, Nick Massey, his 3rd win, even though he's out of the playoffs, running for a championship. Nick Massey winning races. You wanted to prove that. You've done that. What a dominating performance in the 4 car, even fighting netcode issues along the way. Talk about how disturbing that was, but still to prevail and win.
Yeah, it was definitely a little hairy at times. I don't know what was going on. I was hoping it would fix itself, but this seemed to be every couple laps I would disappear for half a lap or something. So when you're underneath everybody, or when you're around other cars, you kind of just have to try to pick a line that they're not going to run and get out of the way. So you don't want to end up crashing them, especially all these playoff guys.
A good run for you, man. Definitely, everything just worked out perfectly. Stayed out of trouble, and Iowa just seemed like to be of your liking tonight, especially when you took advantage of Shane Therian and his total domination. I mean, was that last caution flag that came out with under 30 laps to go everything that changed opportunity for you for that pit stop to beat him?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the first run, I felt like I was a little better than Shane, but he made some adjustments or figured something out there for the middle part of the race, and he was definitely probably the better car. And I wasn't going to catch him without a caution, so luckily that last caution there, he ended up pitting, so it ended up working out. I've learned my lesson over, I've had some short track races.
All right, man. Before I let you go, I think I lost you again. Go ahead. Definitely. Well, listen, congratulations. Thank your sponsors, and we'll get on out of here and head to Talladega. Oh,
yeah, thanks. Just want to thank all the Luminary Racing guys for having me on the team. Working on getting the car made with the sponsors, G Fuel and whatnot. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to Dega.
Talladega. Coming up next Sunday night, the next round of, again, the round of 8 to decide the championship 4. And again, even though good points days for drivers like Stafford, Therian, and others, they still have to get that checkered flag to advance to Phoenix, unless it could be an opportunity by the virtue of points to decide who would go to the championship 4. With drivers like Nick Massey, that's a very good possibility. Third win on the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series League. Derek, final thoughts, buddy, as we wrap it up here tonight at Iowa. Prepare for Talladega. Always fun working with you, and we hope that everybody has enjoyed our 10 hours of coverage today on your home for sim racing, LSR TV.
Yeah, closing thoughts for sure. What a day altogether, closing out with a really good race here tonight. Definitely wasn't expecting that at the end. We thought Therian had that one locked up, but it just shows you that you never know what's going to happen, right?
Nick Massey picking up the big win. It's on the Talladega. Coverage next Sunday, 6:30 Eastern on LSR TV. For executive producer Charles Wooten, for Derek Fulton, I'm Wesley Outland. Thanks for joining us for coverage of the Adrenaline Playoffs on the Talladega. LSR TV's next broadcast is tomorrow night from Bristol with the No Limit Racing Pro Series. God bless you all. Please keep on praying for America. Thank you for watching.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSR TV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSR TV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.